Hello and welcome to Impact. I'm Kenny Anderson, Multicultural Affairs Director for the City of Huntsville, and delighted that you've taken this time to spend with us today. Today, we've got a great group of individuals who are going to be sharing some information with us about an exciting initiative that you may or may not be familiar with in the Huntsville community. It's the Star 99 CAFY Young Citizen of the Month Award that takes place every month. It actually began in January, and it's kind of a spin-off from the CAFY initiative. You know, CAFY is a community event that actually draws lots of young people to the table, sharing information about community resources and opportunities for young people throughout our community. And today we have some individuals who've been recognized for their work in the community as well as their academic achievement in school. I want to introduce you to them at this time, and they're sitting right here in the studio with their big studio smiles on. There you go. There we go. All right. Very good. Alanis Craig is a Bob Jones High School graduate, class of 2014. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here. Matthew Reed is a Columbia High School 2014 graduate. Welcome to the broadcast.
Good to be here.
And Esti Trudeau is a Huntsville High 2014 grad. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
First of all, let me say congratulations to all of you. It must have been pretty exciting to be able to graduate. What was that like?
Surreal. Yeah, it still hasn't set in yet that I go to college in like 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the moment when they called your name and you got up to get your diploma and walked across the stage? What was that like?
Really, I was looking forward to go home and eating, so that's what I was looking forward to.
The things that people are thinking about when we're in the audience cheering you on, isn't that amazing? What was it like for you, Alanis?
Tired, I'm going to be honest. Bob Jones had a huge class graduating, and everyone going before me, I was just ready to get the diploma and go.
And Esti, I learned recently that you've been out car shopping, so I guess you were thinking, let's get done with the graduation and get on with the car shopping.
That is a correct statement, but it was to me it happened so quickly that I didn't even realize that it was going on. I just heard my name, I walked across the stage, and like 2 seconds later it was done, and there was more people behind me. And I was like, all right, I waited all this time, and there it is.
Yeah. I mean, as you look back over the last few years of having been in high school and having taken lots of classes, had lots of experiences, made lots of friends, what are the lasting memories from that experience?
I guess the classes I took, the different teachers that I've had, some better than others, but I mean, I'm going to miss all of that. I'm going to miss getting up, going to Bob Jones, complaining about Bob Jones, but, overall I loved it, so that's different.
Did you go there all 4 years?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right. Now, would you do it again?
Yes, although I think I'd go back if I could and do it again, but not now. No, I'm just ready to go to college.
Ready to move forward. Okay,
Yes.
Keep it moving forward. What about you, Matthew?
Well, I think my favorite thing was probably just all the relationships I made and friends, because they're the people that are with you for your entire lives, and I really enjoyed them.
Yeah.
They helped me to get here, so.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit far in the future, but we think about these experiences in terms of anniversaries and reunions, and there's like a 15th and 20th and 25th class reunion coming somewhere down the line. Of course, you got a lot of life in between then, so I guess it will be kind of cool to look back after you've gotten a little bit down the line and be able to revisit some of those times that you've had with friends and loved ones. This is really a very special time. Esti, what do you remember, and what will you hold on to as you move forward from high school?
Well, I was in ROTC when I was in high school, so I really made a huge family when I was there, and all the memories and events that we took part in, like in the community or at our school, and those are definitely some of the best high school moments.
Yeah. Now, you guys are also pioneers. We should probably just call this show today the Congratulations Show, because we already congratulated you for your accomplishments of graduating as part of the class of 2014. But we also have to congratulate you for being the inaugural winners of the Star 99 CAFY Young Citizen of the Month for January, February, and March. So congratulations on that achievement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you know anything about this award before you were named the Young Citizen?
To be honest, no. I think I found out when my sponsor, Sue, called me and was like, hey, you won something. And I was like, oh, yay. What is it?
Tell me more about it, right? Did either of you know anything about it?
I found out when I heard my name on the radio.
Wow, is that how you found out?
That's how I found out, yeah. I could tell my dad and my principal were hiding something from me. They wouldn't tell me something, but I didn't know it was this, so I was pretty excited.
Wow. What about you, Esti?
I'm in the same boat as them. My sponsor called me. She's like, "Hey, you won something." I'm like, "Really?" I was like, "I didn't." I was like, "What is it?" And she told me all about it. It's a great program, and I was like, "Awesome!
Yeah.
Glad I got to win that."
Well, as a person who actually works on the process of screening the applicants, it's kind of refreshing to hear that you guys are kind of out of the loop in terms of it. So it's not a fix, it's not a setup. You obviously have done things to earn these awards. And this award is a recognition for things like I said, community service, your academic success, and a recognition of those things that you've done. I have to ask you, just put the award aside for a second, because one of the constant stories I think that's told among the winners is that they do what they do because they really love it. I mean, they have a heart for it, they have a passion for it. Talk to me about what you're really passionate about and what really matters to you.
Well, I mean, for me, I know I want to live in a better place than what we are today, and I know the only way to really do that is to help others around you, and by helping them, they'll help you, and then everybody will just come along.
So tell me some of the kinds of things, and I'm going to come back to you guys, but tell me some of the kinds of things that you've been involved in, Matthew.
Well, I played numerous sports, football, soccer. I helped with the swim team. I sort of played golf, wasn't very good. I was actually pretty horrible. They stuck like 4 different experience groups, and I was in the 4th one. So if that says anything.
That kind of puts it in context.
I was in National Honor Society, and that helped with a lot of community service and really gave me something I really like to do.
So obviously you recognize the responsibility that you have being given much to share that with other people and to give back and be a part of them as well. Esti, what about you? What kinds of things have you been involved in the community and in school?
Well, community-wise, I am a volunteer for the Huntsville Humane Society and American Cancer Society, and that really, because I knew I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I was like, oh, what are the options? What can you do in Huntsville? And then that led me to the Humane Society, and it's a wonderful place. I got to hang out with the animals and kind of see what they do on a day-to-day basis, and the people are wonderful, and the entire organization is just great. So that's really helped me and got me involved with animals and volunteering.
Alanis, what about you?
I guess I work a lot with hospice family care and United Way. I started because I just wanted to give back. I was a member of hospice family care, the Caring House, for a couple of years, and they were great. They were wonderful. They helped me through some tough times, and I felt like I needed to give something back to them, and I started with them. And Kelsey Smith, the coordinator at the time, led me to United Way, and United Way led me to just all over the community, and it's been fabulous.
I know Kelsey.
You do?
I do, yeah. Kelsey, is she still around?
I'm not too sure if she's here. She's been with her sister in Ohio.
Wow.
Last I've heard. So, but.
Yeah, we worked together for a while, many years ago, on some projects in the community.
Oh, that's really awesome.
It is, and I know all about Caring House. I know all about the people at hospice. Just a great operation.
It's a great place. The people there are wonderful. The volunteers, perfect in every way.
Yeah. I mean, really second to none. And as I listen to all of you talk about the things that you've been involved in, opportunities to make a difference in the community and impact people's lives in meaningful ways, I also have to ask this question because you're students, and you're obviously focused. You're great students. Good GPAs. You're going off to college. You're focused on your studies. You're attentive to your responsibilities as far as class is concerned. You're committed to your education and extracurricular activities too, I'm sure, including some of the things you're talking about. But how do you find time to do these kinds of things? And how do you make those things priorities in your life as well? Because your first calling is, of course, to do as well as you can in school, and then you also manage to find ways to fit these other things in. How do you go about doing that?
Well, for me, it's all about just time management and saying, okay, I have to do this, and this today, and then I have this much amount of free time. So it's that, and then for me, I know what I want to be when I'm older and how I want to live. I want to retire at age 40, live on a boat. So, I mean, I know to be able to do that early, I gotta work hard now. So So.
Wow, this is going to turn into a single interview here in a minute. You've got a lot of stuff inside there, man. So tell me what you want to do then, because you're thinking you got your life mapped out. So what do you want to do?
I'm going to Clemson, studying mechanical engineering, but I'm also going on an ROTC scholarship. So I'm going to serve in the Army I want to serve for a while. Just, you know, I believe it's my duty as a citizen. And then after that, I want to make prosthetic limbs and arms for other veterans as a nonprofit.
And you're thinking at 40, retiring and just kind of having your life to live as you choose?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's the plan. You know, well, let's check on you in a few years and find out how that's going, because that sounds like an awesome plan. And then, of course, you'll write the book to help other people do the same thing as well and, you know, make millions from that. So it sounds like a great plan. So, Alanis, how do you find the time to make these things happen?
Sometimes I don't. I'm going to be honest. Time management is still something I'm working with every day. Even during the summer when it should be a little bit easier, I find myself struggling with it. It really comes down to what you feel like you have to do at that time. I love United Way. I love hospice, so I'm going to make time for that. And it can be difficult, especially with school when, you know, getting crunch time, you're trying to study for those finals or trying to get those last minute points in. But you do what you can, so.
That's good. That's good. I got to let you know this too. I'm on the United Way board, so.
Really?
Yeah, our pastors keep crossing here. Cool.
Are you going to the United Way board meeting tomorrow?
I'll be there.
I will be there too.
Oh my gosh. I'll see you again.
You will see me. I'll be presenting Crest stuff. So.
All right. Well, good. I'll look forward to that.
Okay.
Esti, what about you? You've got a busy life as far as school is concerned, but yet you manage to do some important things to make a difference in the community. How do you manage to find the time?
Prioritizing. I mean, there's a lot of things that are important, and then there's things that are more important, and I feel that volunteering is more important than, let's say, like a party or something. So it's just what you feel is more important, and then you make time to do it. And if you really want to do it, you'll there is time to do it. It's just up to you personally.
All right, now I'm going to ask you this question, and I'm going to put my adult hat on, talking to the young high school graduates looking forward to college. There are a lot of people, not me or anybody else in this studio, but there are a lot of people who look at young people and say, they really don't care about the community. They don't really care about making an impact in other people's lives or volunteering their time. They're really kind of caught up in themselves and doing their own thing and individualistic. I suspect, because of the example that you all set and perhaps some of the people you actually work with as young people, that's not always true or entirely true. That you probably know a lot of young people who are interested in making an impact in the community. Am I right about that? Mm-hmm. And I think that's pretty cool, because I think many times in life we miss opportunities to really connect with young people who I call not just the future. I think you are the today, because whatever you're going to be tomorrow, you're becoming now. And so the kinds of things that you experience now are going to have an impact on my future generation, because I'm going to be the old guy who is in a, assisted living home or something like that. And I'm going to want to make sure I've got Alanis's and Matthews and Estes around who I know are going to be taking care of the community and the state and the nation and the world. And so I commend each of you for the things that you're doing. Matthew, we know that you're on the fast track to retirement, going to Clemson. I'm happy for you, dude.
Thank you.
That's all right. Esti, what about your college ambition? What's happening with you? Where are you going? And what are you going to be majoring in? And what are you looking forward to most about going to college?
I am going to be an Auburn student. So I'm going to Auburn, War Eagle. And I'm going to be majoring in pre-vet. So I'm really excited about that, because I know that Auburn is one of the top vet schools in the nation. And to have it just in Alabama, that's close to home, close to like my friends and stuff, and the number it's really top in the nation. So I'm really excited to go there for that.
Well, that's good, and I guess that's kind of consistent too with your work with the animal services, and I bet you have a pet at home.
I have a couple here and there.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. Alanis, what about you? Where are you headed?
Well, like Esti, I'm going to Auburn, so I'm in the same boat, my friends. We'll see each other there. But I'll be going in for graphic design and marketing, and hopefully I'll do well.
Well, I have no question that all of you guys are going to do well, and that we'll continue to hear about the kind of work that you're doing, and that you'll keep finding ways to make a difference. You were very involved as high schoolers in community service. Do you plan to do that type of thing, or anticipate being able to do that kind of thing once you go to college?
Yes.
Hopefully.
I definitely expect to.
Okay, all right. I know there's probably an endless number of opportunities that will present themselves. And of course, once again, the primary focus will be education, but there'll be all these other cool opportunities as well to make an impact. So you have people looking at you guys today saying, man, go students, go Star 99, CAFY, Young Citizens. And a lot of those people that are looking at you are people like yourselves, and they're wondering, how can I be a young citizen? Perhaps they're doing some of the kinds of things that you're doing, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're searching for something, or maybe they're not quite as focused as they could be or may need to be. As young people, I want you to talk to young people about what kinds of things can young people do in order to make an impact in the community if they perhaps are struggling to find something to do, or maybe not managing their time well enough, or maybe they're not keeping their grades up well enough, or maybe they're just misguided and misdirected and they want an opportunity to do something. What would you guys say to another young person?
Start small. If you're struggling with grades, then you probably don't want to focus all your attention on different volunteer opportunities out in the community. But, starting at your local library, just going in and asking, is there something I can do? Maybe that'll give you time so you can focus on your studies and help out. And as you continue, you'll work your way up. You'll find different opportunities that will make themselves known.
I like that. Start small. Esti, looks like you've got a word of advice over there.
I would say find a mentor, find somebody who you look up to, because that person can help you with their school, that person can help you balancing your time with time management, prioritizing, and they can help you with volunteer activities and stuff like that. So they're really like your older brother, older sister, just somebody to help you and guide you to the right path and keep you there.
And Matthew?
Well, I think the main advice I give all my friends is just to get involved with anything. And instead of doing 10 things okay, get involved with one thing and do it the best way you can. Because that's really the best way to make an impact.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now, you get the call that you're CAFY, Star 99 CAFY Young Citizens of the Month. You will forever be known as the inaugural trio of winners for this award. I want to ask you, what does it mean to have been given this award? Because I think it's interesting how you shared that you didn't have a clue. You were notified, someone nominated you, thought enough about your commitment to your own personal success and the community to nominate you. So as you reflect on the award, what does it mean to you to have been nominated and to have won?
I feel kind of honored. I do what I do not because I wanted recognition, but because it just felt right doing it at the time. It was something that I love to do. So for someone to recognize my efforts, even if to me they weren't something that I was going out and doing for an award, it really means a lot, and it's something that I will always remember and always appreciate.
Well, like you said, it was just the biggest honor, really. And it helps me because it helps me know that, okay, what I'm doing is good, and just keep doing it, and it inspires me to keep doing it, and also others, which is the best thing.
Mm-hmm. Esti?
I agree with what both of them said. It is a huge honor. And I agree with Alanis, really. You do everything you do not because you want other people to recognize it, but when somebody else recognizes your hard work and all your efforts that you put into everything, it's a huge honor to know that what you're making is really a huge impact and that other people notice it.
Right. And there's a really big public way that you guys are acknowledged as far as this award is concerned. You're actually invited down to this big public meeting called the City Council meeting. And you actually stand up in front of the whole public. And when I say the whole public, I know you saw people in the council chambers, but you didn't see all the people watching you on television. And you didn't see all the people that can now go back on the website for the city and go back and look at that night and see that particular event. So it's all out there. And so you got this big public acknowledgement. Not only that, but people are recognizing you with various things like resolutions that are signed by the council and the mayor. I think there's a monetary component to this thing that always catches my attention. That monetary component is a what?
It's like a little Visa card.
Yeah.
A little Visa card, yeah.
Nice amount of money.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. I mean, just a small amount of money. I mean,
Just $100.
just $100.
I mean,
Yeah.
$100. I'll take it.
I just think that is just tremendous that you have people in the community that would do that kind of thing, recognize you publicly for your accomplishments, and in many ways affirm you for what you're doing, as you all said, and just say thank you for being a good example, because that's exactly what the world needs, examples like yourself. As we get ready to wind down the broadcast, I know that as you go off to college, you've been given lots of advice, and Matthew, it sounds like you're going really soon. What is the most important thing that somebody has told you about going to college that you're kind of holding on to right now or thinking about right now?
I think the number one people that I think everyone has told me, teachers, principal, parents, everyone, is to have fun. Because college isn't just about, I mean, it's about your education, what you're getting, but it's also going to be the best, 4 or 5 years of your life, and that you really need to have fun while you're there.
I think that's great advice too, because the presumed advice would be study hard, which you have to do.
Right.
But I think that the have fun piece is kind of a balance, it's a stabilizer. You don't want to study so hard that you burn out
Right.
and lose your mind trying to get a degree. There's no sense in doing that. Life is all about perspective and keeping things in balance. So I love that. That's good advice. Alanis or Esti, what have you been told?
I guess to balance studying, to make sure you eat, and to don't get lonely, which I thought was funny since there's so many people, but I've heard that a lot, not to get lonely, make sure you call home, and, make sure you're involved, I guess. So
Yeah.
that's something I've definitely been thinking about. So.
Yeah. Well, that's good advice too, I think, because you're going to Auburn, and I know that people that go to Alabama, Clemson, large schools, in many cases, you've come from a high school environment. It's much smaller setting, much smaller class sizes, maybe a one-on-one relationship with the instructor, and it's a really personal kind of experience. And then you go to college, and it's like a big ocean out there.
Yeah,
And
there's
so,
so many students. I went to Auburn just a couple of weeks ago, and now I understand it's a huge campus.
yeah.
Many little colleges inside one big one. So
Yeah. So that's great advice. Esti?
Like they said, balancing it out between your working and your playing. I mean, as long as you're there to get your degree, but you're also not there just to focus 100%, because then that's not, there's no fun in that.
Yeah. Keep it all balanced and keep it in
Yep.
perspective. Well, I really have enjoyed talking to you guys today. This has been wonderful. Alanis Craig, Matthew Reed, Esti Trudeau, thank you for being a part of this broadcast today. Again, congratulations on your high school graduation. Congratulations on being the inaugural winners of the Star 99 CAFY Young Citizen. You hold the banner high right now, and you set the bar high. So everybody has to kind of look at where you guys are and leap as high as they can to reach it. So best wishes to all of you, and come back and see us sometime. Let us know how things are going.
all right, thank you for having us.
Oh,
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for being a part of our broadcast. We hope that you'll tune into our next edition of Impact. As always, I'm Kenny Anderson. I hope you have a great day.